So, how many of you out there are like myself in your mid 30s? You regularly take drugs, you smoke a lot of cigarettes, you're addicted to your phone, and you wank yourself to sleep at night every day, every day without fail. Um, but you want to change, you just don't know how. Okay, and you're stuck in this routine of seeking short-term gratification, which is leading you in the long term to feel like you've got no self-control, you've got low self-worth, and you can't really remember what it felt like to be truly happy. Raise your hand. Um, I'm gonna teach you a few ways that you can get around these problems, and you can improve your life for the better in the longer term. It's very easy to do. In fact, it's probably so easy that you'll kick yourself for not having realised. Okay. Now, the first thing that I'm going to talk about is self-control. Now, in all of those things I've just mentioned, there is clearly a lack of self-control in our lives where we feel, we're so unhappy that we have to regulate ourselves with these sort of mind-enhancing short-term solutions. Like having an orgasm or doing a line of cocaine. They feel really great in that moment, but afterwards you feel a little bit of shame. You feel like you shouldn't really be doing it. It might be bad for your health. You might feel like you're unsuitable for women because you're wanking too much. So self control. Let me explain this to you. It's to gain self control. It's a bit like a muscle. You have to exercise it regularly, and your self control and willpower has been depleted because you've not exercised it. You've gone to those you've gone through those moments of weakness, and you've allowed yourself to do those unhealthy habits. So the first stage is to start giving these bad habits up one by one. Now you can start off small. You can pick something small, or maybe pick something big. For me, I picked smoking first. I got rid of nicotine, which is arguably the hardest thing to give up. So for me, I had to get some outside help for this. I went to hypnotism, and I eventually, finally, after years and years of trying, managed to give up nicotine. That was the first step of my journey. Really gave me a little bit of my self worth back and a little bit of self control. Once I'd worked out that little bit of self control, like a muscle, it got bigger. It allowed me to go on to bigger and better things. Before I knew it, I was giving up alcohol, and I was giving up cannabis and every other drug that I used to go to. Now, this willpower has got bigger and better, and I now feel capable of leading a life without these short-term solutions for quick gratification. I've stopped masturbating myself to sleep at night. Crying I used to be as I was thinking about the women I should be with rather than my dick in my hand. So here we are. I'm now on day 25 without having a wank, and I feel fantastic for it. Where do we go next? Okay. There was once an experiment where a gentleman, I can't remember his name, it wasn't that important, but he had two rodents. One got to choose to go on a wheel. It was running on this little wheel, and every time it chose to run on the wheel, it forced another rodent to run on the opposing wheel. The rodent that chose to run was rewarded in its brain. The one that was forced to run wasn't rewarded at all. In fact, it had the direct opposite effect. Why am I telling you this? You've got to choose to do the things you don't want to do, and you'll be rewarded for it. It'll make you feel good. It'll improve your self-worth and your confidence. Okay. You cook a meal. There's a lot of washing up to do. Now, most of us, we think, you know what? I'm going to leave it till the morning. I'm going to go and have a cigarette. I'm going to have a drink of beer, maybe have a smoke of weed. I'm going to chill out. I don't need to do that now. You do need to do that now because you'll be rewarded for it. Okay. And we've already got rid of all those bad habits anyway. So now all you can do is the washing up. So that's the next thing. Okay. Once you've started choosing to do things that you don't want to do, you'll find that you actually quite enjoy doing those things. You enjoy being proactive because they make you feel good. Okay, so those are the two main things we're dealing with here. These things will increase your self-esteem, and before you know it, you're going to feel better than your peers. Okay, you're going to be telling people how to live their lives. So that's it for now. I'll be back another day to give you some more tips on how to become a better person. I've been Bobby Mack.